But when I was going through my wallet, throwing out all these coffee cards I'd never use again, I realized that I've been carrying them around in my wallet, looking at them, thinking about them nonstop for how bloody long. And I hate that you have to buy 10 of something to get one for free, especially when it's a bloody coffee. You don't really feel like you're getting value. So I threw them all out, but I realized we could have an underwear card, because the chances are a few people are going to buy 4 straight up in the store, take advantage of it, and get their free pair. But also, so many people were going to buy 1 or 2 pairs and keep this card in their wallet forever. And every time they pull it out and look at it, and like I'd have cards for Birkeland for free yarn, and I would give them to customers, so they'd have 2 stamps on them, and I don't mind paying full price. I want to support local business, so I give my partially stamped card to people to use, or I've done that with the Sully's cards and stuff. So other people think, well, they're halfway to a free one, and they get to go down. They might as well go down and see if it's worth it. But then we also use them as business cards if people insist on taking a business card, because then they get to see our promotions on the side and our products. They're great. They're like one of the best things we've ever made.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like that little personal bit of, it's like a constant little tiny billboard.
It is. It's a little tiny billboard. That's about as gorilla as it gets. It's right in their wallet.
Yeah.
Every time you empty your wallet, you pull it out and you think, do I really want to throw it out? I only need 2 more pairs.
They want to hang on to.
Yeah.
It's not something they try. It's not like advertising they want to, distance themselves from, or like, oh yeah, more advertising. It's like there's an actual value to having that piece of advertising for them on their person. I mean, maybe
it is.
Yeah, maybe they give them to other people too, but at the very least,
that's
they're
great
reminded
too.
of
Either
it.
one.
Yeah, at the very least, they're reminded of it.
And if they give it to somebody, it's an extra bonus, because it comes with word of mouth recommendation, which is the best advertising you could ever have. It's great. And then the other thing is, I see people when they walk around wearing our product, but it's really hard to find out who comes back to buy more underwear. I know by numbers we sell a lot of underwear, but are those all single-time sales, or are they repeat customers?
Right.
And then another thing, I did 2 rows of them, because I only don't want to waste the paper and print too many of these cards. But once you've got your first free pair, it gives you a reason to hang on to the very same card, because the same people who shop here and buy bamboo underwear care about the environment. So even though they filled out a card once, they'll still hang on to it and fill it out a second time. And when we get it back, we get to see how many people are repeat customers. These are great. They're probably the best and the only successful discount we've ever done.
What about this sort of well, no, I guess not that separate. What about your other like wholesale stuff? How do you advertise that? Is it
wholesale? I've really drawn back on. Before the economy tanked, I really didn't have to do much, but we'd do trade shows and stuff. And we'd call up a lot of companies. I did a lot of sales trips, and like a lot of printed catalogs, a lot of mail outs, a lot of stuff. The whole reason we have a tagline is so you can call a company, say, hello, who's your buyer in? My name is Stephanie. I'm calling from Devil May Wear. We're locally made clothing and accessories with an eco-friendly edge, and they know exactly what you are. You need your little tagline and everything. But since the economy tanked, people just stopped paying their bills, so I really stopped worrying about it. And now it's really interesting to find out how people find out about us. For the most part, it's word of mouth. It's still customers going in going, oh my God, I love this product. If you carried this, I'd love to buy it, because right now I have to go to Vancouver or order it online, and I don't want to pay the shipping. And so companies will pick it up, or a lot of stores, because a lot of stores on Main Street are local designers or carry local designers, a lot of people from out of town come to Vancouver to source designers. So although none of these stores sell very much in Vancouver, we sell mostly elsewhere these days, you're found here. It's like a fully functional daily trade show event. And so we sell to people. You can come in and you can purchase as if you're purchasing retail for your wholesale clients. And we give them a discount at the till, so they can just walk out with product in hand if they want, or we can ship it. Or because I find that Your wholesale customers are the same as your retail customers. They're the same shoppers. They just have a larger budget and a larger capacity, but you treat them with all the same experiences, and they want to come back for more. Like, I find most people wholesale, it's impossible to get a hold of sales reps in the first place. You want to give them money, but they won't return your calls. They treat you like you're taking advantage of them. They treat you like you're the enemy. But we write them, we use the postcards, they double up again. We write thank you notes. Every time we send out a wholesale package, it gets a thank you note in it. And everybody comments like, oh, and it's so sweet, you guys always send us a postcard with the shipment, and there's always something personal, like it's just as good as enjoy the sun, or like, I hope your kids are doing well. I heard one of them just started school. Let me know if you need anything else. Like, we always try and be very personal. We're very flexible with our customers. We wrap them in wrapping paper, because I find when you receive a parcel from a company, your first presentation and your initial reaction is all about packaging. You've got this box. Is the box pretty? Did they use a food box? Is it dirty? Is it wet? Like, what's the deal with the box?
Sure.
So we'll wrap it in wrapping paper and put nice little shipping tags on it, so you feel like you're unwrapping a present. And you've initiated a positive response before they've even opened up the box.
Oh, sure.
And so I find that our wholesale accounts are just skyrocketing, and other people are talking about how theirs are still going down. Yeah, it's just the little things that make
absolutely.
all the difference.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't doubt that.
It's crazy.
That's interesting. I mean, you sort of touched on this other part of the question about what techniques or what tools or methods, since you started the business up until the present, like which ones have you noticed work, which ones don't?
And it's so different what works now than 2007,
even what was
2008.
available, like technologically. Has there been like, have your approaches shifted because of changes in like technological tools? You have to answer.
I better answer that. Devil may wear. I have a text message.
You have a text message?
People text my phone all the time. All right, let's hear it. I love the robot voice. You need stuff printed. Need undies for the missus. Mike at Thriller Smile.
I did not know that there was a service that read out text messages to you.
Yeah! I don't know how that works or what end it's on. I don't know if it's on our end or on the cell phone, but it's hilarious.
That's funny.
It's people. Yeah, I'll have to message them back. That's really funny. I'm glad I listened though. But new media. Well, I mean, obviously the internet's great because I don't have to print so much print media now, and I can send them my PDFs of all the products available and an updated catalog of what's available. But I kind of can't help but feel like it just sort of it just raises the bar for everybody. Like, it just creates more work for me. Like, even when I first started, because I've been doing this for so long, they're just hey, how's it going? Fantastic. I'm just doing an interview with Adam for design. You coming by to visit? Tara's coming in soon.
Yeah, I know. I just got her text.
Nice. Do you want to hang out for a bit and listen to me talk to Adam?
Of course.
Cool.
Sorry, thanks. I've been trying to do this for the last few
I
days.
know, and every time he
go
comes
ahead.
in, the store gets crazy busy. It's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
It's
awesome.
a good thing.
It's your aura.
But Adam's like, look at him. He's just like, not again, more people.
It's
go ahead.
all-
He's got to get it done. But yeah, I find it just raises the bar where I kind of wish that, like, I talked to Susan Hayes a lot about her business because she's been making clothing as long as I've been alive. She's been selling clothing. And she used to do a lot more sales trips, and it was very easy. People would book a product and pay for it, receive it, and sell it, and it was easy. And now with all the flexibility, there's a lot more work it takes to make a sale, I find, because you can't just use email either, and you can't just use the internet, you can't just use your website. You got to phone them, you got to go in and visit, you got to phone them again, phone them more times, email them, phone them, because everyone's receiving 1,000 emails. They don't care about the email. If you want to be the person who's going to get the sale, you got to be there in person and have a big grin on and a warm coffee for them. You can't just email them. That's just not enough.
So that's interesting. I mean, you still feel like you're obligated to go that route, but as far as
I still have to do every other...
effectiveness, like it's not as if it's really taking the place of other sorts of techniques.
No, and why should it?
I'm not proposing one thing or another.
No,
I'm just
not for you, but for
obviously,
other people.
Obviously, there are. There's as far as communicating medium go, there's a huge increase in electronic.
And we're just overstimulated. It's like these guys came in and they wanted to involve us in this new thing called social drop, which, to be honest, they're terrible sales reps and they couldn't even explain what it is. But one of the things they brought up, because I think it's supposed to be an app on your phone where people immediately upload to their Facebook when you have events going on.
Yeah.
And one of them tells me the statistic that everybody has the average Facebook user has 190 friends on Facebook. And I said, well, yeah, but most of those are duplicates anyways. And they both just sat there and smiled. And I'm like, has anybody ever brought that up before? And they didn't say anything. Well, you may have the average 190 friends. I may have the average 190 friends.
You mean we may have the same friends?
We're going to have crossover.
Sure.
And then you and all my other customers. Like, I'm not getting 190 friends per customer. It's just not happening. Hello. How's it going? Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy it's sunny.
I know, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's great. It's just funny to me that people seem to think that with all of these new technologies, like there's some sort of like strange untapped market